The tea garden was completed in 1989. The planting pattern is mute and free of color. Observe the tsukubai basin used to cleanse the hands and face. There's also a lantern used to guide the path of the guest, should the event take place at night. The lantern and the others throughout Shinzen are used as sculptural elements. The tea house is a small, simple, elegant, and intimate space. It is the edifice that allows the guest to attend the attentive practice of tea drinking. The tea house was dedicated on June 2, 1990. It is 325 square feet and has 3 rooms: the preparation room, a guest's anteroom, and the main area where the host greets the guest. There is an alcove, tokonoma, where a seasonal scroll, kakemono, would be hanging. The floor covering is made of tatami mats. The sides are made of shoji screens, a thin movable wall covered by exterior wooden amado doors to protect the interior space. The tea house was custom made in Japan from pre-cut pieces of wood. A group from San Marino reassembled it in Fresno in 10 days. It was constructed of Cryptomeria japonica, Japanese red cedar. The original thatch roof made of zebra grass, Miscanthus sinensis, was built up in layers to a density of 18 inches. The ridge of the roof was covered by Japanese red cedar as well. Due to significant damage by the environment and park animals, in May of 2016, the roof was redesigned by Sid Mukai to closely match the original style and roofed with cedar shingles consistent with the fence surrounding the tea garden. The tea house and tea garden were adopted as the project of the Central High West Interact Club to help restore elements of the interior and exterior so that it can be used again for tea ceremonies and be enjoyed by visitors. Volunteers work many hours to clean up the tea house, stain the wood, paint the exterior, and beautify the surrounding area. The Japanese tea ceremony is not only a social ritual, but also an aesthetic and spiritual practice. It is rooted in Zen Buddhism and developed in Japan over centuries from the first introduction of tea by scholar priests returning from China in the 8th century AD to the form in which it is practiced today. In the early days of tea drinking, the powdered green tea was prized primarily by Buddhist monks for its medicinal and invigorating attributes that aided them during their long hours of study and meditation. From there, it became an aristocratic pastime, which was later practiced by the merchant class as well. Sen no Rikyu, 1522 to 1591, is considered to be the most important figure in the history of the Japanese tea ceremony through its introduction of the aesthetic concept of wabi to the practice of chanoyu, tea ceremony. The term wabi describes the beauty to be found in rustic simplicity and can be observed in the choice of the simple, unadorned bowl and utensils used for the ceremony, as well as the muted plantings in the tea garden itself. The Japanese tea ceremony is a ritualized form of serving tea that is performed with simplicity, elegance, and attentiveness. Upon entering the tea room, all discrimination between self and other vanishes. A spirit of gentleness prevails, and that peace may be attained when modesty, respect, purity, and tranquility are understood.